For my guitar students, here's a fun piece for you to hang on. Is the E figure combined with the A figure? I'll take off the capo so I won't confuse you. I'll make an E, standard E. And I'm using a two-finger rolling pick. But, which I demonstrate, I'll have that for you in a video in a couple of days. But the two-finger rolling pick is of no value unless you also lift and hammer. Watch. Lifting and hammering changes it. See? Lifting and hammering changes that rolling pick into something that actually is a little more interesting and actually sounds like you're picking your way through, which you're not. You're doing rhythm, but you're doing rhythm in a picking style. Now, along with that goes that wonderful sound of a slide guitar and that kind of note bending thing that happens. So what I do, I would be normally very tempted in a blues, for instance, to use the two-finger open E7th. Then I would go naturally to the open two-finger A7th. And then back again, B7th, like that. But think about this. What if instead you went, it's a good idea, go ahead and let that go. It'll work, yeah. What if you went from the E7th here to the three-fingered A? Now, that sounds really dull, doesn't it? But it isn't, because, again, pay attention to this. You can easily shove three fingers that are side by side, crammed together like this. You can shove three fingers, not against the fretboard, up toward the lower strings, like that. See, hold on to them, move them around back and forth. You move them like that if you want to, or down like that, or. And to let go like that if you want to into a kind of an open. So, but the point is that a three-finger A note bends a whole lot easier than trying to note bend an open two-finger A7th. So a straight A and then bend that. So you can actually do this, and it's hard to bend the E. You don't hear it, you know. If the A, you can hear, and your audience can hear. When you try to bend a B7th, you can, but why would you when you can just raise it? So all your note bending should be on your A, which I call the Orion's Belt bend. To get really bluesy, now go to the 7th. See, where you alternate between the open E7th and the two-finger E7th and the three-finger A, which is note bending, and that's its full intention is to note bend. It's not there to make the A sound. You don't want that A. That sounds terrible in there. If you were trying to get a bluesy sound, you don't want to put an A like that. But at the same time, you can A7th it, but easier and funner is to get that that Orion's belt and just mangle it. And then go back to that 2-finger open E7th, and that will give it that bluesy sound to it. Keeping that B7th in there working for you is good. And you can go up here. Or, which I like that. You just take the B7th figure and just bring it up one fret. And let it be what it is, whatever that sound is. Or like that, with that note bending A7, A in there, the straight A. So keep that in mind, that 3-finger A, not the barred A, not the barred A7th here. That won't do it for you. It's a 3-finger. You got to get those 3 fingers on there. And it's easier to move. It's easier to note bend 3 strings at once than 1 string at once, and then miss the string with your right hand. So if you're not sure about where your hand is going to come down, where you're going to be plucking, get all 3 strings and mangle them up there, and surely one of them will work. All right? That's a little hint for my guitar students. And there's a lot of stuff on gorebag.com, GOREBAGG.com. It's all free. Just go get it. And there's stuff about guitar, and there's stuff on flute and all drums and piccolo, you name it. Transverse flute even. My